My name is Kristen Walsh, and I work at Eastern Middle School. And I've been a teacher here this is my 28th year, and this is my 31st year teaching. It's different every day. And I love the fact that you never know what's going to happen. And I feel like it's always an opportunity to be able to also be there for people and help, students, our colleagues. And it's just that kind of profession where people are there to help each other. And you just never know what you're going to get each day. So it keeps things exciting. And I'll bet my colleagues would predict I'd say grammar, but that is not true. I do like grammar, but I really love teaching narrative. I love narrative stories, and I love being able to teach, like Edgar Allan Poe, and get the kids to really appreciate difficult but really beautifully written literature, and then write stories that are like that, and use these amazing techniques once they understand them, and just kind of see the light bulbs go off as they start to realize the mastery behind some of the stories that they love. This is going to sound hokey, but I really do feel like Eastern really feels like a home. And I've heard a lot of people say that before. There is something special here. And I even know teachers who have left and come back and they say, nope, there's just something about Eastern. And it's obviously the people that make that feeling of home happen here. We're all really different. And even on our 8th grade team, we're very different personality wise, but we have this shared vision and passion that we really care about our kids. My 5th grade teacher at Daniels Farm School in Trumbull, Connecticut, and her name is Ms. Hunter. That's MS. Even when I was in 5th grade, she insisted on calling her MS. And she was the teacher that I dreaded getting. She was the teacher that was notorious for being strict, and you had to shake her hand when you walked in the door. But she was an amazing teacher, and she knew I needed help with organization. She knew I needed help with being pushed as a student, and I rose to the challenge because she believed in me. And I think I try to emulate her, where I try to be rigorous, but I also really try to make sure that the kids know it's because I'm rooting for them, I'm a champion for them. I know they can do it. My parents, first and foremost. My dad he started and ran Fairfield Teachers Agency. I even know a few people who my dad helped get jobs in the district. And so I worked there. And because of him, I was able to get my first job interview at St. Joseph High School. That's where I started, actually, in Trumbull. And then from there, my mom helped me survive because I did not do student teaching. I did not take the traditional route to education. I had an English degree. And if it was not for her, I probably would have tanked my first year, but she helped me through. And really, I knew I wanted to be a teacher after that because it was the worst year of my life. And all I knew was I wanted to get better. I was so passionate about getting better because I loved it so much. So they were huge. And then I have to say my husband, Rob, because he taught here for over 20 years, and he completely had me rethink why I do what I do, how I do what I do, and just really got me to teach on a new level because, in my opinion, he's the best teacher I've ever worked with, I have to say. Yeah, we need people to do that. So I think the first advice I would give people is to have a sense of humor about yourself. I think it's when you're passionate about something, it's really easy to also take yourself really seriously. And I have caught myself taking myself too seriously. And I think that can rob us of the joy of teaching. I think kids respond to when we're human and we laugh at ourselves for the mistakes we make. And we also find joy and humor in how students are funny. Students, if we give them, the space and the opportunity, are just amazingly, unguardedly funny. And I think bringing humor to the classroom and how we approach things is so important, especially if you want rigor, because you have to have the balance. For me, it's always trying to find that balance between the two. That's the advice I would give them. Don't take yourself too seriously, but have rigor. When I was little, my mom asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I told her a hippopotamus. And that was really my pat answer after that. I just had no idea. So about 15 years ago, I I started singing again. I used to sing when I was in college and high school. And so I joined a barbershop chorus. And from there, it's a competitive chorus. And from there, I have actually gotten into a small a cappella group. And now I'm in a quartet where I compete. And it's been really actually a great experience for me to learn how to be a student again and to learn how to work nerves again. And it's been an amazing experience. But yeah, so I'm a barbershop singer. Thank you for getting to know me, Kristen Walsh.